warm up questions. Let us take the first question. Question 5.55 power x equivalent to 0.555 power y equivalent to 1000. 5.55 power x equivalent to 0.555 power y equivalent to 1000. 1 by x minus 1 by y equivalent to 1 by 3, 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. This is the exact. Let me start with an original CAT question. 5.55 power x equivalent to 0.555 power y equivalent to 1000. First we will see how the students will solve it. Traditional method. Then I will discuss Anil Nair's way of solving the question, which can be solved it in seconds. Traditional method. How students will solve it is 5.55 power x equivalent to 1000. They know the definition of logarithms. So x into log 5.55 equivalent to log 1000. They applied logarithm on both the sides. So x equivalent to log 1000 divided by 5.55. I require 1 by x. So 1 by x equivalent to log of 5.55 base 1000. Similarly, they will do it for the second value. 0.555 power y equivalent to 1000. Again they will apply logarithm. Y into log 0.555 equivalent to log 1000. So 1 by y will be equivalent to log 0.555 to the base 1000. So 1 by x minus 1 by y. This is nothing but log a minus log b is log a by b. 5.55 by 0.555 divided by 1000. This is nothing but 555 into 10 power minus 2. This is nothing but 555 into 10 power minus 3. 10 power 3 minus 2. It is nothing but 1. 1 by 3. 1 by x minus 1 by y equivalent to 1 by 3. This is how most of the students will solve this question. If you are attending my class, this kind of method this kind of process, right? Avoid it in the class. You are not using anything. You are just using the definition of logarithms and you are solving it. This is the traditional method. You should omit it. You should not use this method. This is an original CAT question. Right idea is to give you one basic way how you can solve this kind of questions. This kind of questions also comes in good number good number of placements. Now see here how I am going to solve this question. Anil Nair's way of solving. Anil Nair's way of solving the questions. How I solved it when I keep writing various competitive examination whenever I get time. So 5.55 power x equivalent to 0.555. This is the question. 0.555 power y equivalent to 1000. 1 by x minus 1 by y. What are the options which are given? 1 by 3, 2, 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. 1 by 3, 2, 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. These are the options. For me it has taken 5 seconds to solve the question. Just by looking at the question itself, I got the idea. If it is closer to 5 power x equivalent to 1000, x is greater than 4. Why? Because 5 power 4 is 625. X is greater than 4. This is nothing but 0.5 power y. It is nothing but 1000. 0.5 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 power y. It is nothing but 1000. 2 power minus y. It is nothing but 1000. Y if it is 10. 2 power minus 10. 2 power 10 will be 1024. 1024. So y is around minus 10, x is around 4, x is around 4 point something, y is around minus 10. So 1 by 4 minus of 1 by 10. This is nothing but 25 percentage plus 10 percentage. Answer should be around 35 percentage. Answer should be around 35 percentage. I hope the idea it is clear. Answer is 1 by 3. 5 power x is 5.55. I just made it into 5. I am doing approximation because all the values are very far away from each other. 5 power x is 1000. That means x value is greater than 4. Here also I approximated 0.5 power y is 1000. 0.5 is 1 by 2. 2 power minus y is 1000. Y is minus 10 because 2 power 10 is 1024. X is just greater than 4, y is just less than minus 10. So if I substitute it, answer is just less than 35 percentage. 35 percentage, it is nothing but closer to which option is very close. 1 by 3, it is close. I hope this idea it is clear. This idea, I think it should be clear to you. Suppose for example, right, suppose if the question is 0.23 power x equivalent to 0.0023 power y equivalent to 100, 1 by x minus 1 by y. How to write down the answer we will see without using logarithm. Listen carefully, sir. 0.23 power x equivalent to 0.0023 power y equivalent to 100. Traditional method. One is approximation, which we did. Another method also I will discuss. Only thing here is we will use the traditional method. Output 0.23 power x equivalent to 100. So these is nothing but x log 0.23 equivalent to log 100. So 1 by x is nothing but log 0.23 base 100. I hope it is clear. Similarly, it is 0.023 power y equivalent to 100. So y log 0.023 equivalent to log 100. So these is nothing but 1 by y is nothing but log 0.023 base 100. 1 by x minus 1 by y. These is nothing but log a minus log b is 0.23 divided by 0.023 base 100. In this, the answer is present. Log 0.23 is 23 into 10 power minus 2. 0.023 is 0.0023. 0.0, okay, let me remove this 0. 0.023 is 10 power minus 3 divided by 100. 100 is 10 square. 23 cancel. What am I getting here? These is nothing but 10 power 3 minus 2 base 10 square. These is nothing but 1 by 2. These is nothing but 1 by 2. You don't need to do all this. Just by looking at a question itself, you will get the answer. 10 power 3 minus 2. After dot, how many decimals are there? 3. After dot, how many decimals are there? 2. Divided by 100 is what in the powers of 10? 10 square. Answer is just nothing but 1 by 2. Answer is just nothing but 1 by 2. Point, after point, how many decimals are there? 3. After dot, how many decimals are there? Same decimals, it is 2. 3 minus 2. 100 is nothing but 10 square. 3 minus 2 by 2. It is nothing but 1 by 2. Just by looking at a question itself, you will get the answer. Why we are getting 10 power 3 minus 2? 3 minus 2. From where we got 3? These is nothing but after dot 3. After dot 2. 3 minus 2 divided by 100 is 10 square. Let us solve the question which I specified. These are all very easy questions, sir. At the end, by night 8:30, all the models of logarithms will be clear to you. Right? Now, see the next 5 point, this is what we discussed, 5.55 power x equivalent to 0.555 power y equivalent to 1000. Directly you can tell the answer 1 by x minus 1 by y equivalent to, after dot how many decimals are there? 3. After dot how many decimals are there? 2. 1000 it is nothing but 10 cube. 3 is nothing but 1 by 3. That is what the answer we got it. I hope it is clear. This is nothing but 4.444 power x equivalent to 0.44444 5 times power y equivalent to 10 power 4. 1 by x minus 1 by y equivalent to. Just by looking at the question itself, you will get the answer. After dot, how many decimals are there? 5. After dot, how many are there? 3. Divided by, it is 4. 5 minus 3, 2. 2 by 4, it is nothing but 1 by 2. Just by looking at a question itself, you will get the answer. 80 power x equivalent to 4. 80 power y equivalent to 5. 20 power. This is the question which came in the exam. I don't know what all students have done in this question. Write 20 power of 1 minus of x plus y divided by 1 minus x. This is the question. Exact options I will write it. 4, 20, 25, 80. 4, 20, 25 and 80. 80 power x equivalent to 4. 80 power y equivalent to 5. 20 power of 1 minus of x plus y divided by 1 minus x. Students who are good in maths, what they did is, they used logarithm. Idea is to eliminate logarithms, sir. That is what I was trying to teach you. 80 power x is 4. So, x is nothing but log 4 base 80. 80 power y equivalent to 5. Y is nothing but log 5 base 80. It is an identity based question. 20 power 1 can be written as log 80 base 80 minus of x is log 4 base 80, y is log 5 base 80 divided by 1 is log 80 base 80, x is log 4 base 80. So, these is nothing but 20 power of 4 5s are 20, 80 by 24 log 4 base 80 divided by log 20 base 80. These is nothing but 20 power of log 4 base 20, which is nothing but 4 and 20 can be interchanged. 4 log 20 base 20. These is nothing but 1. This will take close to less than 45 seconds if you are good in logarithmic identities to solve a question. If you just listen to Anil Nair's approach, this question can be solved in less than 5 seconds. This question can be solved in less than 5 seconds. Let us see what is the approach to solve the question in less than 5 seconds. In method number 1, which is a traditional method. In method number 1, which is a traditional method, I am using nothing but the logarithmic identities. 80 power x is 4, x is log 4 base 80, 80 power y is 5, y is log 5 base 80. Wherever 1 is there, substitute log 80 base 80 and then use the identities. Assume that you are not good in logarithms. How will you solve if you are not good in logarithms? 80 power, this is an original exam question, sir. 80 power x is 4, 80 power y is 5. This is nothing but 20 power of 1 minus of x plus y by 1 minus x. What are the options which are given? 4, 20, 25 and the last one it is nothing but 80. Last one it is nothing but 80. Directly just by looking at a question itself, I will tick mark the option as 4. How I tick mark this? 80 power x is 4. Can I say that x is greater than 0 and x is less than 0.5? Yes or no? Why? Because if I take 80 power 0.5, it is less than 81 power 0.5. 81 power 0.5 value, it is nothing but 9. 4 is less than 9. So, the value will be just less than 0.5. 80 power 0, it is 1. Are you all with me? So it is 0 to 0.5. Similarly, 80 power y is 5. That means just by looking at the question, I can say that y is greater than 0. You just require x greater than 0 and y greater than 0. These are nothing but 20 power 1 minus x minus y by 1 minus x. These are nothing but 20 power 1 minus y by 1 minus x. This is greater than 0. If y is also lying from 0 to 0.5, these 0 to 0.5, 1 minus 0 to 0.5, these positive, 1 minus something, answer will be less than 1, 20 power less than 1, 20 power 1 is 20, 20 power less than 1, answer will be less than 20. Stupid answer options he gave. So answer is 4. Just by looking at the question itself, I am able to get the answer as 4. Again I am explaining. 80 power x equivalent to 4. If x is 0, 80 power 0, it is 1. 4 is greater than 1. That means x is greater than 0. 80 power y is 5. 80 power 0, it is 1. So y is greater than 0. X greater than 0, y greater than 0. Y is positive, x is positive. Positive by 1 minus positive, positive. This entire value is positive. Positive is subtracted from 1. So obviously the numerator power will be less than 1. 20 power 1 is 20. 20 power less than 20, it is obviously less than 20. Only one option is of the form 4. Only one option is of the form 4. That means in logarithms, you can smartly convert into an exponential function and then you can do it. I hope the idea it is clear. Write 2 warm-up questions just to tell you, in case even if you forget logarithm, convert into an exponential function and find the domain of the variables. Use smartly the answer options. Now write down side heading. Now side heading write down exponential function. Side heading exponential function. Exponential function. Logarithmic function is the inverse of exponential function. Exponential function is of 2 varieties. Exponential function will be y equivalent to a power x. Y equivalent to a power x. This will be a greater than 1, y equivalent to a power x. A will be from 0 to 1. A will be from 0 to 1. Exponential function, 2 types. One is a greater than 1, another is a is from 0 to 1. Now see here. Let a equivalent to 2. Very, very important to y equivalent to 2 power x. So this is x and it is y. If x is 0, 2 power 0, it is nothing but 1. If x is 1, y is nothing but 2 power 1, 2. If x is 2, 2 square, it is nothing but 4. If x is minus 1, 2 power minus 1 is 1 by 2. If x is minus 2, 2 power minus 2 is 1 by 4, which is 0.25, and so on. And so on. We will keep this. We will park it for some time. First we will find out. Let a equivalent to 2. Let me see the graph. What is happening to this graph? Y equivalent to 2 power x. Y equivalent to 2 power x. If x is 0, listen carefully sir. If x is 0, y is nothing but 1. This is x 0, y 1. If x is 1, y will be 2. If x is 2, y will be 4. If x is minus 1, it is 1 by 2. Minus 2, it is 0.25. 0.5, 0.25, it is coming closer to 0. So, if anybody asks what is the graph of an exponential function where a greater than 1, this is the graph of the exponential function y equivalent to a power x. Please put a star mark on it. Exponential graph, it is nothing but y equivalent to a power x. Y equivalent to a power x. So if anybody asks you to draw the graph for y equivalent to e power x, Is E 2 point something, is it greater than 1? Yes. So the graph will be, now graph is not drawn to the scale, the graph will be like this. The graph will be like this. First quadrant x positive, y positive. Second quadrant x negative, y positive. Y is always positive. This is the graph for y equivalent to a power x, a greater than 1. Y equivalent to a power x, a greater than 1. In the exam one question it is asked y equivalent to a power x, a greater than 1. So approximated graph will be any value greater than 1. This will be the graph notation, y equivalent to a power x. Suppose if he ask what is the graph of the reciprocal function. Reciprocal function will be of the form y equivalent to 1 by x. Y equivalent to 1 by x. What is 1 by x? If x is 0, y will be infinite. If x is 1, y will be 1. If x is 2, y will be 1 by 2. I hope it is clear. So these, if x is positive, y will also be positive. Similarly, if x is negative, y will also be negative. Positive, positive, it is in first quadrant. Negative, negative, it is in third quadrant. X is 0, it is shooting up to infinite. X is 1, y will be 1. X is 2, y will be 1 by 2. X is 3, y will be 1 by 3. So this is the graph of y equivalent to 1 by x. This is the graph of y equivalent to 1 by x. I hope it is clear. This is the graph of reciprocal function. X is positive, y will be positive. X is negative, y will be negative. So x is 0, y is shooting up to infinite. X is 1, y is 1. X is 2, y will be 1 by 2, 0.5. X value it is 3. This is coming towards right. If x is 4, 1 by 4, 0.25. X is 5, 0.2. So these, the graph will be like this. This is the graph of the exponential function. Now there is a question that was asked. Find the number of solutions for the equation. Find the number of solutions for the equation. The equation is of the form x into 2 power x minus 1 equivalent to 0. Find the number of solutions for the equation x into 2 power x minus 1 equivalent to 0. So x into 2 power x will be 1. 2 power x it is nothing but 1 by x. 2 power x, the graph will be like this. 2 power x, as I told you, x is 0, y is 1. This is the graph. Right hand side it is 1 by x. 1 by x graph will be like this. Just now we have seen 1 by x graph will be like this. How many times these two curves are intersecting? 1. How many solutions exist for this equation? 1. Just by knowing the graph you can solve this most difficult question very easily. X into 2 power x equivalent to 1. 2 power x equivalent to 1 by x. Draw the graph for y equivalent to a power x, a greater than 1. Draw the graph for reciprocal function. When these two graphs are intersecting, that point of intersection is called the solution. If the point of intersection touches the axis, then it is called the root. I hope this idea it is clear. Fundamentals are extremely important. We discussed y equivalent to a power x. A is greater than 1. So if a equivalent to 2, we got y equivalent to 2 power x. What is the next condition? Let us take y equivalent to a power x. A is ranging from 0 to 1. A is ranging from 0 to 1. If I put a equivalent to 1 by 2, let me see what is happening to the graph. 1 by 2 power x. This is nothing but 2 power minus x. This is 2 power this is 2 power x and next is 2 power minus x. One is 2 power x, another is 2 power minus x. X is replaced by minus x. If I replace, please write this point, sir. If I replace x with minus x, this is nothing but shifting along y-axis. If the graph is shifted along y-axis, then x will be replaced with minus x. If x is replaced with minus x, then it is shifting along y-axis. Suppose if I replace y with minus y, y with minus y, this is nothing but shifting along x-axis. This is nothing but shifting along x-axis. Y-axis shifting, it is nothing but x is replaced with minus x. If I shift along x-axis, it is nothing but replace y with minus y. If I replace x comma y with minus x comma minus y, this is nothing but it is shifted along origin. When I say it is shifted along origin, first quadrant graph will get into third quadrant, second quadrant graph will be getting into fourth quadrant, or in other words, it is shifting along. First is x-axis, then it is y, or shift along y-axis, then shift it to x. I hope it is clear. Replace x with minus x, shift along y-axis. Replace y with minus y, shift along x-axis. Replace x comma y with minus x comma minus y. It is shifted along origin. Now listen carefully, sir. Little bit of introduction to logarithm. It will be very, very useful for you to solve some of the problems. Y equivalent to 2 power x. If y equivalent to 2 power x, this is nothing but the graph. Y equivalent to 2 power minus x, x is replaced with minus x. If x is replaced with minus x, the graph is shifted along, y-axis. The graph is shifted along y-axis. I hope it is clear. So this is the graph for y equivalent to a power x. A is greater than 1. This is the graph for y equivalent to a power x, 0 less than a less than 1. 0 less than a less than 1. If anybody asks what is the graph for y equivalent to 1 by 3 power x, this is nothing but 3 power minus x. A value greater than 1, the graph will be like this. 3 power minus x, the graph will be like this. I hope the idea it is clear. Two graphs we have drawn. Y equivalent to a power x, a is greater than 1. Y equivalent to a power x, a is greater than 1. Y equivalent to a power x, 0 less than a less than 1. I hope this idea it is clear. Next one. So we have seen three graphs. One is y is a power x, a greater than 1. Y is a power minus x, 0 less than a less than 1, and y equivalent to e power x. Anyway, e will be greater than 1. I hope these three are clear to you. Kindly reply in the live chat if it is clear to you. Is the idea clear to you? Everybody kindly reply, sir. Once you understand exponential function, logarithmic function is the inverse is the inverse of exponential function. Is the inverse of exponential function. Everybody kindly reply if this idea it is clear. Next we will do. Now see here. Y equivalent to a power x. A power x is nothing but f of x. Y equivalent to f of x. X is called the f inverse of y. X is called f inverse of y. Now see here. Y equivalent to a power x. If I apply logarithm, log y equivalent to x log a. So x is nothing but log y base a. X is nothing but f inverse of y. F inverse of y it is nothing but log y base a. Log y base a. What is f inverse of y? F inverse of y it is nothing but logarithmic function. Please write down this point. Exponential function and logarithmic function, exponential function and a logarithmic function are inverse functions to each other. Please write down. Exponential function and logarithmic function are inverse functions to each other. Are inverse functions to each other. Very, very important point. Exponential function and logarithmic function both are inverse functions to each other. 2 inverse, it is nothing but 1 by 2. So a power x exponential function inverse, it is nothing but logarithmic function. Exponential function inverse, it is nothing but logarithmic function. Exponential function and logarithmic function, they both are inverse functions to each other. They both are inverse functions to each other. Now see here.